Paris Bryant. A name you probably haven't heard before, but a name you should know, and a name I'm guessing you'll know very soon. Paris is a 17-year-old upcoming rapper and singer from Brooklyn, New York, who's starting to gain a lot of buzz around his name. His new releases are landing on major playlists, putting up big numbers, and he's making a big name for himself. If you saw the first video in the Next Up series, you'll know that I talk about Wise and Flow in his story. But Paris hasn't been in the game as long, so we'll be focusing on some different aspects of his career, and this video might be a little shorter. Also, before we get into the video, I'd appreciate if you liked it and followed my Instagram, which I just started up for this channel. But now, like I said, let's get into the video. So, like I was saying, Paris is coming up in the game right now, but he's been grinding and making music for around 3 or 4 years. Like, he only has a few interviews out at the time I'm recording this, and his first interview was just 2 months ago, after his first single that brought him a lot of success. So before we do anything, let's take it back to his childhood. So Paris was born in Maryland, and his parents both had some musical experience. His dad went by the name Sin Sizzle and used to rap, and would play Paris some of his songs, which helped inspire him to rap down the line. His mom also used to write music and play a lot of music for Paris, although it was pop music that you hear on the radio. This also had a big influence on his sound, with the more singing and melodic songs. He's even said that once he was able to listen to whatever he wanted, he started listening to rappers like J. Cole, but would later find himself going back and listening to more pop music. When he was 9 years old and still living in Maryland, he taught himself how to play the guitar, learned how to play the keyboard, and even started writing his own music. Sadly, after some family issues, Paris moved to New York to live with his grandmother. It's after this move where he started to take music a lot more seriously. At first, it was kind of a culture shock to him as he sounded different than everybody else and they made fun of him for his accent, but this just helped Paris pursue music even more. In 2019, Paris posted his first song, Blessed, on SoundCloud. This song is no longer up, but later that year he posted an EP called Waiting on Time. This EP put up decent streaming numbers for a first drop, with the songs having between 800 and 1,000 streams, and one song, Pressure, having 3K. So just a quick disclaimer, the next minute or two is me going through all his drops up to his first single that got him some attention, so I'll throw up a timestamp of where that is in the video if you don't want to go through all the drops. After this, he dropped more singles that continued to get decent streams. Blast Off, which dropped just a month after the EP, had 3,500 streams. Envy Me dropped a few weeks later and has over 9K streams. And then he closed out 2019 with Heartbreak, which has almost 10,000 streams. After this, he dropped 2 more songs, one of them having a music video. That is the first video on his YouTube channel. In June, he dropped his second music video for the song World Star. In July, he dropped his biggest project to date with 9 tracks called Change Your Life. He continued dropping a few months later with a single in October and another EP in November. After he dropped this, he actually graduated high school early in January and focused more on music. It would be a while before we got new music from Paris, but it was worth it. This next song would pretty much change everything and take him to the next level and get him some buzz in the underground New York scene. It took a little while because Paris posted a snippet on his Instagram which got the attention of Cupid, who helped Paris get his music to people in the industry. Cupid built a relationship with Paris and heard his song Mad Mad and sent it down a line of people in the industry, and it eventually reached Hovain, a manager who's worked with New York legends like Cameron, Lloyd Banks, and Styles P. He also works with Cinematic Music Group. The music made its way to Johnny Shipes, the CEO of the Cinematic Music Group label, who called Paris and they talked for a while, then eventually sat down and figured out a contract, which Paris said discouraged him a lot because of how difficult the process was. And him being 17 and having to have his grandmother help out with the process just made the process even longer and more difficult. But after a while, everything finally went through and Paris was able to drop Mad Mad, along with the music video for the song, which was his first official song on all platforms.
With stuff we couldn't have, but I know now it's cause the money gon' be dragged. Wish I was born with a New York mind. Forget the New York Times. Never can hit the cover, but we on that XXL.
For a first single, this song did very well. It got promotion from people affiliated with the label and on some accounts like Our Generation Music on Instagram. This helped the song do really well and is where I first found his music. I saw an OGM post and I didn't know about him at all, so I checked out Mad Mad, and if you can't tell, I really like the song. When I'm recording this, Mad Mad has about 56,000 streams on Spotify, 79K on SoundCloud, and 47K on the music video. And these numbers are crazy because Paris actually found this beat on YouTube. About a month later, Paris went on the Major Stage YouTube channel and performed Mad Mad and did an N60 interview with them. Going on channels like Major Stage and doing performances is a great way for smaller artists to get their music out to more people, and everyone seemed to like the performance there. On June 16th, Paris dropped his first song with a big feature, Proud of You with Jay Guapo.
After the other day though, I seen somebody on the train, the one I used to take though. They was asking for change, I'm wishing that I could help. Ayo.
Paris had been teasing the song for about 2 weeks in interviews and on Instagram, and the song was supposed to be solo at first, but after Johnny Shipes heard it, he said that they should get Guapo on the song. Guapo did get on the song and they filmed the video for it as well. This song performed even better than Mad Mad, getting 77K on YouTube, 7K on SoundCloud, and 57K on Spotify. Paris stayed consistent and dropped Demon Time about 3 weeks later,
Look, let me introduce you to my shorty. Her little name is Karma. 44 presidents in my pocket like Obama.
Which is his most successful song on YouTube, getting about 138,000 views at the time of recording this. He dropped another song that was a SoundCloud and YouTube exclusive, which isn't really a major point in his career so far, because it wasn't promoted nearly as much as the other songs were. But after this, he dropped his song, Tragedy.
Why you made me look just like a damn fool? Said that it was so cruel. Should've made the news. Tell me how she used me.
This song appeared on some Spotify curated playlists, which has made it do really good numbers. In the first 2 weeks, the song has over 100k on YouTube and over 27k on Spotify. So just as I'm recording this, we actually just got 2 new snippets from Paris. One being a more hype song, which I really liked, is my favorite of the two. And another one being kind of a more melodic style. So up to this point, I've just talked about his career so far, but now I want to talk about the music he's dropped in and where I think he can go from here. Most of the time when you say an artist has potential and they haven't really tapped into it yet, you're saying the artist is mid or pretty bad. But when I say Paris has potential, I'm saying that, well, he's already releasing great music. I could honestly see Paris reaching the status of A Boogie or Lil TJ and other New York greats. Paris has a similar sound to both of them just because of his voice, but unlike a lot of upcoming New York artists, he doesn't sound like their clone. He incorporates a lot more elements of rapping on his songs while still being melodic. And even when he's melodic, he doesn't sound too much like them. This is why I think he'll be so successful, because there's established artists that sound like him, but he brings in more elements that they don't have as much of in their music. Going through Paris's songs, I think his style is great. He always has a super catchy melodic hook and does more of a rap style in the verses. This is going to get people that like different styles of melodic rap and more rap to listen to his music. Mad was super catchy and it had an amazing chorus. It wasn't just melodic either, as he had some rap parts in the chorus and some great flow switches. He even gave a little shout out to New York legend Pop Smoke in the line, "Baby, welcome to the party, I'ma get lit like Cardi." In the verse, he showed off his ability to switch his flows again, and showed off his vocal range some as well. Even though there's just one verse that's pretty long and it fit with the chorus perfectly. This is my personal favorite song from Paris because of how catchy the hook was and how good the verse was. So my second favorite song from Paris is his most recent song, Tragedy. Tragedy has a completely different vibe than Mad and it's more sad and melodic kind of heartbreak song. The hook here is fire too and had a more melodic sound as well, and the verses were more rap but still mostly melodic. You may hear me talking about him having more melodic hooks than more rap style verses, but the sound really doesn't get repetitive because his hooks always sound unique and so do his verses. So my third favorite song is Proud of You with Jay Guapo. This wasn't my favorite at first, but it grew on me a lot as I listened to it more. Paris experiments with a little bit of a different sound here and it sounds great. It has some melodic vibes, but still it's mostly like slower rapping over the whole track. I like Guapo's verse too, as he has a pretty unique voice and he used it really well. So my favorite parts of the song are definitely the verses and then the hook, but like I said, this was just another banger. So my least favorite official song from him is probably Demon Time, and it's not even like the track was bad. I still think it's really good and I still listen to it a lot. It's just my personal least favorite that he's put out. Paris shows off his vocals a lot more in this song and they sound really good. The rapping parts are good as well. His other songs that aren't on all platforms are good too, but I haven't really listened to them as much because they're not on Spotify. But if I'm being honest, I haven't heard a bad song from Paris yet. I think he's super talented and I'll be very surprised if he doesn't make it far in the game. That's all I got for today's video. I hope you enjoyed. I definitely recommend listening to Paris's music. It's really good and I think it's going to go super far. If you enjoyed, I'd appreciate it if you'd like the video and maybe subscribed. But like I said, that's all I got and peace out.